glass shattered, gums bleed off the fucking never clear eyes. Red mind race, fucking wish that you were here. I was really fucking hoping it'd be different this year. I don't wanna look like this. Fuck, I don't wanna feel like this. Fuck, wish I didn't miss her so much. Knew that this would happen. Fuck, love.
Ja, ja. Steam gonna have to update this time, or is it gonna just let me hang out?
Make a stack, Pepe laugh, got all of these bitches, man, she suck me in, I do not give up bands, I feel like Twitch staff, clip that, ay, this bitch finna give me whiplash, took my fucking breath away, I'm finna take that shit back.
Oh, that's not what I want to play.
I'm just fucking
Sorry.
getting cat girls in some big bands,
I clicked
pull up
wrong.
checks, but dicey how I whip that.
I want Doki Doki.
But I know you wouldn't get that. Messed up, got me looking like no face.
I don't want killing love, I want Doki Doki.
Snowflake. Give me space, she like no way. That's a red flag, bitch, Olay. Messed up, got me looking like no face. Make it rain, leave it wet like a snowflake. Give me space, she like.
Oop. Currently just gonna wait for Doki Doki to finish. Oop, there it goes. Oh, if you had the sleep aisle, get some sleep. Jesus. Don't stay up on my behalf. Look, you're a grown boy. You need some sleep time to time. Can't remember, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, that's where we left off. Okay, we're gonna do the Yuri one first. Is that the one I want to do first? Okay, trying to think. When do I want to stop it? Just before third poem is where I want to stop on Yuri. Is that right? Just trying to think. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly check the guide to see if it tells me at which point would be best to stop. Also, yes, using a guide to try and figure out the best way to do Doki Doki. Now you continue this game as normal until you reach the void with Monica. Delete your character file after you've written all four. Just begin searching. Oh, we just played the game normally. Okay. I want to do Yuri angry. I see an annoying girl run toward me in the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is my neighbor, good friends with your children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making a day. It kind of just works out, because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together. On days like this, starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. She's gonna chase after me like this. I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh. I'm idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oop. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples of friend groups walking to school together. Okay. God, I hate seeing that. No, I'm gonna move a corner there. That's in the corner of my vision. Friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I always walk to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time, not some girls or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average. Spending my free time on games and anime. Suppose the anime club. It's not like there are girls. Dude, that's generalizing. Can't do that in 2021, I suppose. Was 2020. That's 2021. Time changes. School's as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Oops. Oh, there you are. You good? Did you ever hit a buffer wall? Is my stream running well? Tell me that I'm using pretty little amounts of my CPU, and I haven't hit 100 frames yet, so that's good. There aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for you to want to deal with them. Twitch suddenly stopped responding. Yeah, sounds about right. Twitch just went, nah, I'm good. We're done here. Back it up. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Doran.
Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
God, get out of here. Green Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, it has. Monica smells sweet. No! Stupid. No. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. She wouldn't stop staring at my... Anyway, Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, demonic, slight hint of bitch. Basically, completely on my league. So having her smiles at me so horrifically was a little... What did you come here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club.
Oh, that's fine. As long as you can understand what's going on. I think it might work now. Dude. Really sorry that your phone's been acting up. Why try and make things better? I don't know.
Yo, can you I believe in you. Wait, I'm dead. I'm not supposed to exist here at the moment. You want Natsuki instead?
No, Natsuki probably would give you the same motivation Sayori would.
Just looking for new members to join my club? Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you can check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? You're what, Natsuki? Just figure out how to do it, bitch. It's super easy. I always wanted to do it. Baka. The other two. You will figure it out on your own. I got better things to do. I got manga weed. You see that big pile over there? I gotta weed that, all that. So I gotta turn on my weight on the side and turn off the big weight. Otherwise I'm gonna feel very emotionally scored. Say and Natsuki's voice combined.
I think there's some more yes.
I saw more, yes. You know, it's just very weird still. I have to do like a little mouth thing at the one. It's very, very weird. Anyway, story.
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
Yeah, I sound like a 5-year-old now. Oh, you. I mean, both could be put into the same context.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the club budget and publicity and about how to prepare for events, murdering your best friends, deleting their files so that way they can no longer exist. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. The Murder Club, where you and your friends can go murdering whoever and whatever you want. Doesn't that sound like fun? A literature club.
Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Well, I can see that. No, we're doing the 100% completion run at the moment.
But it's not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry, murder, studying, hiding bodies, writing code. I mean, one of my mangers, yeah, because that's English, very much, even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Her name is Natsuki, and she's a handful sometimes.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Whatever you fucking want to be into. Besides, a member's a member, right? Right? Tell me you love me.
Sorry, getting distracted. Did Maka say she? Why is there a light bulb over my head? Shoo! Goddamn. See, say. Oh no, you're not seeing say for like another hour. So, it's best to go to sleep. Check out the VOD in the morning. We're already on to Act 2, Io. You're not seeing say for a long time.
Hey, Doran. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you'd do me a big favor?
Is it murder? Do you want me to murder someone, Maka? Is that your intention?
I won't ask you to join, but You could at the very least visit my club.
I think hour is an understatement. Unless I keep getting distracted, it's gonna be longer. No, unless I don't get distracted further, it's gonna be longer.
If you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very, very happy. Please?
Please. I guess I've no reason to refuse, besides the fact that she's acting like a freaking psycho. Besides, how can I ever refuse someone like Monica? Goddamn Monica. Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome. You're really sweet, Dorn. You know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
And that's red flag 1. Should I do Natsuki or Yuri's? Well, Otto put me into Yuri's anyway. I want to do Natsuki's to see the neck snapping, but I guess it's not important at this point. Because no matter what, she's gonna stop showing you her poems because she thinks you're writing for Yuri when you're writing for her. So it's really not any point. Fine. Thus.
Okay. I hope you have a good night, Kyle. It's been really nice hanging out with you. I'm trying my best for the moment. It's very hard. Especially when I can't see your face. Hope you have a good day. Oh. And don't eat from the trash can again. That's very, very bad. You need to take better care of yourself. Get some good sweet too. And get some good breakfast in the morning. Want pancakes. And cupcakes. Whoa. Pancakes. Whoa. That sounds great.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Maka and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly followed Maka across the school and upstairs, section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third years. Yeah, that's right, I remember the original dialogue. Apparently the game can't remember that. Yeah, you have a nice night, Ayo. And if Captain could come through that door at any moment. Maka, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back. And I brought guests with me.
I guess. Seriously? Oh boy. Kill me the we'll kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Dorn.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not forcing to stay. Not holding ye at gunpoint. At least not yet. Oh, we're escaping the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What do you guess? You're Marco's boyfriend, right? No, not.
Natsuki.
Girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, you got the position you always needed. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So I ran into Dorn in the classroom. He decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Walker, I told you let me know in advance before you brought anyone new. I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I forget that. But I just happen to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why'd you come sit down, Doran?
Girls have a few desks arranged for a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens a closet. Meanwhile, Maka and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, take a seat next to Maka.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here. But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It'd be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Or keep their nose out of someone's goddamn business. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Like deleting people. I mean, literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But that makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident we can really grow this club before we graduate. Or shrink it. I don't really care. Right, Natsuki?
Whoa. I guess. Baka. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls. All interested in the same goal. Maka must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Don't worry. Teachers gave us permission. After all, that's a nice hot cup of tea. Hope you enjoy a good book.
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea reading may not be a pastime for me. I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Aww. It's always nice to see Yuri smiling. So cute. Yuri faintly smiles to herself and will leave.
So, Doran, what kind of things do you like to read?
God damn it! Well, at least I know some of my friends' notifications. Welcome, Jella. Also, I agree. Sora should definitely be in Smash. I like how I made 2 references from the title and notifications alone. Wow. God, I still hate sounds.
So Doran, what kind of books do you like to read? Oh, I read that line again. Come on outside, come outside.
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that.
Manga.
Mark quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
What about you, Yuri? Nani? Let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a form was equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, really passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've read a horror book once. See, I know the lines before I even say them. I just read the lines before saying them because it helps me remember them a bit better. God, why do I click my tongue like that? Never tell how the stream looks. I desperately grab something I can relate to on a minimum level. At this rate, you're as well behind a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. She does change her line later. Oh my god. She says, I would never expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh my god, she changes her lines. That's bloody terrifying. Oh, is that so? Really? The story makes me think or takes me to the wall. I can't really put it down. It's real horrors often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even for a brief moment.
Oh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, I just... Yuri's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Don't mind Baka.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea, Baka?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it all out. Get it back.
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess. Sometimes. What do you care, Baka?
Passive aggression. That's just personality for Natsuki now. Passive aggressive. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her gay eyes.
We'll play them anyway, Baka.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand what Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and trying into the deepest, sweetest of your heart.
Aww.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers.
Oh. You. Why you have to be so adorable?
I guess that's the same for Yuri. Lost in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Monday.
Oh, sorry. No.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Maka. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. I mean, I thought that was a good idea. I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities that for all of us to participate in together. I did decide on taking responsibilities of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members.
Aw, you don't have to do anything. You just need to be cute and show up. Screw Natsuki and Maka though. Although to be fair, you and Natsuki are very adorable together. Just look at the two. Like yin and yang. Like Duck Hunt, I guess. Do we want to make like Smash Bros references?
Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Thorin?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join, this club. Malcolm may have convinced me to stop by, but he never made any decision. Still had other clubs to look at, and lose my train of thought. All three girls looked back at me with dejected eyes. Oh,
But
I'm sorry. I thought. Yeah, sounds about right. Maka's worried because she thinks her programming went wrong. Yuri's actually worried and sad because she actually kind of likes you. Natsu's just straight up bitch attitude. The girls exchange glances before Maka turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Doran. Thing is, we don't have enough members to officially form an official club. Sorry, I suck at talking. Especially when I'm like lying. But anyways, back to the script. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. I can't find anyone else in the coding system. If we don't find one more before the festival, because we all know we need that one more before the festival.
On defenses against these girls. Mostly Yuri, not the other two. The other two act like bitches. I'm supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this. I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Can I be honest? The first time I saw people play Doki Doki, I was immediately looking at Yuri and Maka's like, one of them's gonna turn on you at the very end. Yuri was probably gonna be one of the more adorable characters. Turns out I was right about him. Completely right about Monica. Jesus Christ. Terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing this poem is the price I need to pay, in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club, but only if Maka leaves.
No, I'm not leaving.
One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Doran?
Yeah. It'll be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
You just left after all this. He's so pissed.
Doran, I'm so happy. We can officially become a club now. Thank you so much for this. You're truly amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
No, just leave. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. You can't see I'm doing like the anime hand gesture pose where you put like a V over your eyeball. I remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share.
Maka looks over at me once more.
Darn, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
That's a red flag. Yeah. Did I really impress the class star Maka with my mediocre writing skills? The anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room, make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. That was backspace, and not enter. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Green Eyes White Dragon. Why do you have to look so adorable, Yuri? Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll get a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Boo boo boo. Heck yeah, read that special. Is it repeating them now? Alright, so... Yuri. Why did that song pop into my head? Why? It's so random. Treasure. Sorry. Yes. Alright. Part of me wants to choose Wrath. Yuri's preferred poems. Yeah. Tragedy, right? Facetious? Well, then it has to be tragedy on that one. Oh my god, that changed. I was not expecting that change. Jesus. Yeah, that was straight horror. I think I got like spiders crawling up my back or something. Jesus Christ.
Hi, Gandor. Glad to see you didn't run away at us.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. This may be a little strange for me. I'll at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. So let's come in, since everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Warren.
This game still goes on to try and threaten me. Damn, Yuri, why you have to be adorable?
I know this isn't too overwhelming commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What am I saying? It's not like like you.
Oh, come on, look, who deserves any swag? All you had to be way too by Marco. I know people plan just come here and hang out. What? You don't take it seriously, you won't see the end of it. Baka.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. God, stop tilting the goddamn screen. Also, is it zooming in? Manga is which? Swiftly defeated. Natsuki popped back into her seat.
Sorry, Dorn. I'll make sure, put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. I think it is getting bigger. Like it's zooming in, but it's also like tilting the screen at the same time. Is the music speeding up? I think it's speeding up. Oh my god. Why have I not noticed those three things happening all at once?
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Well, it feels right for me to do something like that, you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean like that.
Oh. You, stop being adorable.
If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Come on, say. Oh.
God damn it. No, it's not that, Yuri. Just want to be a part of the club. Even if I don't read often, be happy to pick up a book if you want me to.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're being zoomed in, and the screen's tilting at the same time. God, this is so disorienting.
I just felt like, well, as vice president, no.
I will admit, it is a very slow process of it tilting the screen and zooming in, but it's still enough to notice.
And I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Oh, you. I need to ask you to stop zooming in.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you want.
Oh. Yuri, you know I can't say no to you. This girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Yeah, but you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Aww. Also, the screen's zoomed in a lot. Jesus Christ. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Maka to kick off some scheduled activities for our club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's been waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's running around in the closet. Rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. If she noticed me looking at her, she sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Oh. You. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this.
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, my right eye is being slowly pulled off my face. But don't mind that.
Can I just watch it slowly slide off? I wonder how far it'll go. Okay, we'll go right here. We'll see how far it tries to travel. Is it traveling diagonally, or is it traveling vertically? This I need to figure out. Looks to be on a vertical angle. Jesus Christ, that moves fast. Let's see how far it travels. Oh, is it slowing down? No. I think it stopped. Okay.
I just wanted to reread something. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me. I decided to let it go. No, I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story.
Is that so? Story about anyway.
Well,
Look at the cover. The book's called Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
basically it's about this religious camp that's turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped there had this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood.
Vampires, right? Religious camp that was turning turned into a human experiment prison. Trapped there had this trait that turned killing machines that lust for vampire.
But the facility gets even worse. They start selectively freeing people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler.
Aw, you. Aw, she's cute. Getting into books.
But I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And I'm all for it. I love dark themes. Which reminds me, if anybody watches a VOD afterwards, and if you're a part of the server, please give me suggestions for good horror games to play. Like, I'd be down to play more horror games. It'd be so fun. Roommates sound like this could be a nice story. It's not dark turn. I reread this just to confirm this. Basically about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. How was that gonna turn into a nice story? And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood.
Are you not a sort of fan of those things, Dorn?
No! I love those things, Yuri. No, it's not that. I mean, definitely can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. No, I love that shit. Can I edit the message board? Just be me and Yuri having a pleasant conversation going into horror and the idea of horror. But nope, I have to play this idiot who doesn't know anything about horror. He says, as he's read like 2 horror books in his entire life. Although, to be fair, I'm better than this guy, so... Yeah, what do I know? Hey, I know more than a lot of people do.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely... I've never wanted to slap a character more than ever. I say that every time he does this.
It's just that these kinds of story, it's kind of challenges you to look at life from a different, strange new perspective.
Hell yeah!
When horrible things happen, it's not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people. We're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Minasai.
Oh, you. First of all, that was a horrifying line of, the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. But, no, I like rambling. Rambling's fun. I love listening to people talk. Especially when they get super into something and they kind of like space out and just talk about it. It's always so much fun. People, and lots of people try and like apologize for that. Don't. It's awesome. Because then I don't get to talk for a solid minute. It's great. Hey, don't apologize. I lost interest or anything.
I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to the people. There's also black text that showed up. I assume you're gonna skip it anyways because it's really appropriate for streaming and videos. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's...
I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's... well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get start reading it, right?
Yes.
Yuri. Sorry for spacing out. Something's just happened around me that I want to get done. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, right.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Seem a little apprehensive.
That's... I'm gonna say... not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. You just tell me if I am distracting you or anything.
Alright.
Oh. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means by ringing company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting. But the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Come on, Asai. I was just bathing in...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. When was I mean...
Oh, this is the cutest image you can get of Yuri. Here, this should work, right? I slam my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Oh. God, Yuri, you acted any cuter, my face would melt. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Well, it feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book open. Like, as that makes it difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh. God, this is still such a cute image. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb, after it flips to her side, holding it like this, or holding it closer than before. Ah, so it's a red book. Okay. That's a very interesting detail. There's no way that that could be entirely prologue. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. It's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? to turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. No, I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay.
Oh, no, never mind. This is even cuter.
You're not as used to reading, right?
If we just get a picture of her, like, looking down and smiling, that'd be perfect.
I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're being so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. No, I want a picture of Yuri looking this way but smiling. That'd be adorable. Continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, presume she finished the page before me, so I turned by my own volition. I continue to read the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I jump. Yes, a jump. My thumb gently letting go of the paper, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own tongue. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
God, why is her eye fascinating me so much? Like there's just a little bit of light right here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Really? Just in the way she second guesses something she says and all that.
That's what you're talking about.
Oh. Never mind, this is my favorite Yuri smile. Not her shy smile. This is it. Her bashful smile. Where she's feeling absolutely awkward. That's my favorite.
Sorry.
There it is, the one that I wanted. Oh, look how cute it is. Can I screenshot this? There, did I catch it? Please say I got a good photo. I don't care if I have to go like to an editing tool to fix it up. I just want to know if I got... I did. Did I? I get the photo that I wanted? I did!
Yes!
Alright. Cool. Anyways, pull this back up.
Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't get that far yet, so I don't know why that came to my head.
Are you feeling okay? He's been a little fishy ever since we started reading. You rested you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, and push yourself. Aw. Sads me to see Yuri in such a state. I'm glad that I got my cute photo, though. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What was that about?
Doran, did something happen just now?
I've no idea. It was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no. Not really. Just want to make sure you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry. I believe you, silly. It just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Oh, right. You say so.
Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other?
Should we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, just asking. I stand up. Make a mental note where I left off in the book. I slip it into my bag. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. Probably it would be fair if I shared mine with her first. Well, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe you actually put effort into this, Baka? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. It's not very good, but yeah, I put effort in. We all start from somewhere, right? You're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, and I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. We're gonna battle anyway. I tell you what to improve, you're just better off trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, guess I gotta show mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. My mouse falls down my desk. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah. I knew you won't go like it. I like it. What? Let's be honest, Baka. I am. Are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because no one in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I go that's easy to read, but hit you like truck. But in this poem, seeing all around you do great things can be really disheartening. What does you worry about? Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Instead for a rhyme at the end, but I may fall flat on purpose. I was bringing out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more wanted than I realized. That's what it means to be a poem. Glad you learned something, Baka. You expected that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki's feeling proud, I won't take that away from her.
Hi, Doran. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, you ever have any suggestions for the club? Like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Oh, right. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, be afraid to bring things up. Much better off. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good. Much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, wanna share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Doran. We're all on birthday, you know? That's sort of the barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, does she have to write her own dialogue, or does she automatically say what she wants to say? And mark my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Doran. That's what going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you.
It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean it's like a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression she's totally given up on people. Spends so much time in her own head. It's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Well, we all shared our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late.
Oh,
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad you took all the time you needed.
alright. Thanks, Monica. Well, I should get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I had to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Right, see. Let's read it then. Hole in wall. He wasn't looking at me. Confused, frantically glanced around at my surroundings, but my burned eyes could no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears. Vanish my pen.
So what do you think?
It's very freeform. That's what you call it.
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
it's okay. Yeah, that South Scotch been pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous talking about deep stuff like that because it's kinda coming on strongly and break the fourth wall, but maybe when everyone's better friends with each other, I'll be able to tell you all my dirty little secrets. Anyway, here's Maka's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You!
As Yuri reads the poem, notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Oh, what was that?
Did I say something out loud?
Oh. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's calling me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for?
Yuri! Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at my poem again. Oh, it's okay. You admit you like it. You don't have to put on a show for the audience.
Well, I know that.
Just meant Yuri chills off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her fingers along the words in the poem. Let's break it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just their specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try and make their styles more deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They kind of form fit the two together. And then result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing in a simple poem. It's not just about finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes from practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Netscape can be a little biased, though.
Biased?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. What was I?
It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, said this is a rare opportunity for her. Aww. No, don't ruin the sweet moment Yuri's having. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a wish. Shut up. Listen to the light. The tendril of my hair illuminates me with the amber glow. Breathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have stood the test of time. Last yet be replaced with the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, comb, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I didn't think that at all.
It took you a long time to read.
Like, just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, like the poem, a little short. It's very descriptive.
Wasn't it too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad that you like it. I'll be honest. It's our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Doran.
Really? They must have totally missed the point.
Well, it's supposed to glance over it after all. Well, remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem has only been symbolically compared to a ghost, leaving our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah, Nathan, probably learn a thing or two from you.
You don't think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, something there's about doing all this. In the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Doran.
Me too. Aw, that is cute. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my New Yorker writing abilities. They're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I've gotten myself into. Across the room, Malika's writing something down in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Didn't you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns a poem to the desk with one hand. Guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Completely misses symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Oh? You gotta try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. Who have asked someone who actually liked it? Which people did, by the way. Marco liked it. And Dawn did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. Appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, as of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And don't like my poem too, you know. You told me you was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were invested in trying to impress a new member, Yoi.
That's not what You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
You're just jealous that Dorn appreciates my voice, or they appreciate yours.
Oh, and how do you know he doesn't appreciate my voice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. I was that full of myself. I deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh, well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew the size of barrel as soon as Dawn started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's not... This doesn't involve you. Taking no interest in insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wabi edgy bitch.
Edgy? Sort of my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people only get older than just to graduate, you know.
You improve things and stop pressing others with your sickening attitude. You can't balance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. Like the cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You always do that, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Dawn hear everything you worry think. Until he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me.
As if she knows I'm standing there.
No, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not cool. She started. It's zooming in on the room too.
Hey Doran, why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved like that. It's probably better for us to stay out of there. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own members properly. Just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never had it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, this makes me want to spend less time with the others. Then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
No, dear.
Well, looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Oh.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth on her desk. her palms on her forehead. Yuri,
I didn't mean it.
oh. I believe you. No idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Doran, please don't hate me. Please. Not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. Utterly. Not one single memory. Anyway, the meeting's over. You can go home if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants something, wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. well, I'm the vice president, so at least let me take that responsibility for today. God, sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Doran. It'd be just embarrassing with you listening. Guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble.
God damn it. Disarray. Variance. Has to be inside. Yeah. Very, very frightening me, Galileo. Sorry.
Little misfortune.
No, it has to be horror. Horror.
Misfortune.
I'm a little lady, you know. There we go. There we go. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Enter the club room. The usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi, Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression. The wave of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading a manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Maka's not here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room.
About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. And please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy you were considered and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've been here a couple of days, still something was off yesterday. We were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. Now that you apologize, Bleh. No, you didn't mean it.
Darn. Please don't say those things for free. They make me a little too happy. I'm glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now?
Oh. You.
I just...
Hey, have you guys seen Marco? No, I haven't. I was also wondering where she was. Man, Yui, guess you haven't either.
You're clearly taken aback by how calm Natsuki is addressing her.
this isn't like her at all. That's stupid. Can up away a little. What? Are you looking at you like that, baka?
Nansky, about yesterday. Just want to apologize. Promise to do any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay in control from now on. So
Hey, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. What was on your mind? Sure was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? I'll accept your apology anyway. It makes you feel better about it. Or whatever. Besides, nice you're here. Since I was always afraid you secretly hate me or something like that.
no, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kinda weird. We don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're so on trial though. Hey. Hey. Man, don't play. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Sorry, that's just my microphone, because I'm changing my seating position. Because I'm getting a bit overwhelmed sitting in the same position for so long.
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. I say as I flick my hair up. I don't know why.
That makes no sense though. Oh, at least heard the bell. Heard the bell ring at least.
Must not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Must have learned to play music as well, Maka. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. Guess I've been practicing for a while. I'm still not good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri.
You voiced something for us sometime.
That's...
Maka looks at me.
Well, I'm working on writing a song. I'm not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Doran. Chatam!
Maka smiles demonically. I didn't mean to put any pressure like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyway. Guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. Mark, it's only been a day. It's only been 2 days since we've hung out. At all. And now you're strangely saying that you want to play music for me? That's a little, questionable. Not sure Mark is referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. Just not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. You know, considering that one of us glitched out. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet.
Since your compliments have put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you wanted to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. Planned on anyway.
Okay. Can we start now? There's 5 places. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm gonna say.
Oh, you. It's fine. I didn't notice at all.
My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. I think it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but you try and calm down. Won't be able to focus on something like this.
Take your time. Mary takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. What if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. There's one thing that can help make my reading time any better. It's a nice hot cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
He stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the water filter inside.
Can you hold this for a sec?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher. I fetch the electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. I'm okay. Can I have the water picture? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well come with you. Ooh! Look at that! Such a great detail.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Picture in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like this time. I'm just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take very long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be in the nearest water fountain. Start hanging down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? Reach the corner, peer around it. Yuri? Why is she so delicate with her knife cutting herself too? God damn it.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Or do you like warm tea?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Very well.
Here sets the temperature on the kettle to about 200 degrees.
Now it's time for the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. Shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Here fetches the teapot. Begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing the thinking. Inside I would try expressing myself a bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
Always worrying about me, Torin. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. Yes I can. Screw you, main character. That's what I do on a daily basis. Though, to be fair, I'd probably be as awkward as the main character is with Yuri. Well, Yuri is being around the main character. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Doran, I have another request. Do you mind if we...
Sorry.
Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why is that?
It's a bit easier on my back. Read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. Just back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? Wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Read the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. Sorry. Small big chocolate candies. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. You're nice, then sit against the wall. Teacups at our sides. As if in sync. We resumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, bodies are even close to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides over until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? It was always kind of cute, but she's being less apprehensive, so it's more like handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand. That's not holding the book. God damn it. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about not making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri has noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression that I can only assume the world around her has faded away. So my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. Briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. Have as much as you want.
That's okay. I wouldn't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, I touch it in like as much as on the pages.
You're right. I hadn't thought about that. God damn. Why am I so yuppie at the moment? My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Oh. It's gonna ruin this moment. My favorite moment in the entire series. To me, this is just the cutest Yuri gets. Well, physically in looks, this is the cutest image you can see of Yuri. But even so, she's absolutely adorable. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it that way so that I don't have any hard of a time reading from it. As a result, the left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. So she's on my right? Well, in that case, Yuri's totally focused on reading again. Take chocolate candy and pop in my mouth. I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips. This situation's completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Oh, never mind. This is the cuter moment.
God damn.
There. I get it. Yeah. Favorite image of the game. Drew's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Rhea looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Jordan,
Come on, I'm sorry. Because I shouldn't have done that. Drew starts breathing heavily.
I can't... Jordan.
Suddenly, Yuri forcibly grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup just knocked over.
Jordan. My heart won't stop pounding, Jordan. Can't calm down. Can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Jordan?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. Makes me not want to read. Just want to look at you. It's time to share poems.
Well, we'll show Natsuki first. Well, come here, it's better than the last one. Let's see if we're putting in some effort. That's good. Just make sure you find a little. Make sure you find a bit of influence from everyone. I think you'll be at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, you know you've been like spending time with her or whatever. But you know, Mark and I are just cause her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try and want something or you'll never get better. This is one thing I will. Make sure you want something from it. Oh. Interesting. He never usually... She never usually shows this. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I hear her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my back real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Try not to let her touch me. Her hands are probably gross. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. I always see her talking. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, White. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. This is warming up. You didn't think that was the best I could do? No, of course not. Wait, but that's pretty straightforward in this poem. Duh, I have explained it. I would have agreed the subject of this poem is an ignorant joke. No one has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out, make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? So I'm not hurting someone, it makes them happy. I think people will let anyone to respect others for liking weird things. Not such as two girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Have a lot that in my one place of comfort, can't have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What I do? What's worth? I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. It's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri most, so... Well, we're done sharing poems. You leave now, Baka.
Wait, does that mean she has new dialogue? Darn, I think you saw something earlier you weren't supposed to see. I don't have to tell you this. Don't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems a little pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. When Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. It's kind of messed up, isn't it? She brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some sort of high from it. Not even like a sexual thing.
Yeah, out of all the characters, Yuri is the only one who doesn't have psychological trauma. I mean, maybe as to how she got into self-cutting, but self-cutting by itself is not what makes her... Well, self-cutting by itself wouldn't normally be a psychological issue. Especially how Mox is describing it. It's not psychological, it's more of a form of high. Sort of like a... What would you call it? A dose of... not dopamine, but adrenaline.
But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. Not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I have to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, probably be best for where you're at. Don't be shy, spend a little more time with me. But lightly. At least I have it all together in my head. And I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you wanna read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. An endless poem of meaningless. Delete her.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I was trying to, well, never mind. There's no point trying to explain. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yuri!
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yours just the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Darn. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was tons of counts techniques worth practicing.
Yeah, that's why. You did a good job of explaining. Really want to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. And her hands pure sweaty.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valid, Dorn. Anything you write is a treasure to me. I heard pounds just holding it. Want to write a poem about this feeling? Is that bad, Dorn? Not being weird, right? I have a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. Right now, just want you to read my poem too, okay?
Wheel. Rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. Prayer written in blood. Prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second of every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks a second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolthead. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel.
It doesn't really matter what's bad. My mind's been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it on your bed. That is, I fell off your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and you're touching it. I'm okay. When I just can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem though.
Aww. Can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Ooh.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have everything. We have something to go over today, so if everyone can consider the front of the room.
Spell festival.
Well, sort of.
Oh, do we have to do something for a festival? It's like we can podcast anything good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's sort of mine as well. I really do hope last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Dorn joined. We started with some club activities. It isn't time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. The festival's our only real chance to find more, you know.
So worry about getting new members anyway. We have enough to be considered official club. All members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage.
Natsuki, don't think you're looking at this the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? That place should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate you never want to leave. Well, you feel that way too. Oh, we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Dorn?
Well, come on. Can't take advantage of Dorn to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Marco. You think any of us joined the club with other people in mind? We didn't talk until Dorn joined. That's me. I just like it better here than I do at home. Dorn isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. That's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. Most of us are fine like this. No person nor should really consider opinions for once. Mark's clearly taken back by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. Sure, Yuri and Dorn would want to get more members too, right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Marka wanted, I'd probably be lying. Still, it's up for me to rescue this situation.
No, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club. It's nothing more than a few places for a few people to hang out. Why did I ever think everyone here saw the same way as I did?
It doesn't mean we're against new members or anything.
Dorn, why'd you even join this club? What are you hoping to get out of it?
Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it?
In fact, I remember you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Marka sits down and stares at her desk.
What's the point of this, anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki.
Me? Just spoke my mind. It's going to be honest, Barker.
It's not about being honest. It's about our choice. Besides, you've no right to speak for everyone in the club like that.
I don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with 2 friends. It's the problem with the club being that for me. Well, there aren't many other places that are like for me. Now Marco wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, don't. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I want that, I could just join any old stupid club. This one, I mean, at least for a bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. Going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki.
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. But who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, the vice president, it's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. Well, you Dorn, what do you want to get out of this club?
You repeat the same question as Marka. Decided giving an indirect answer would be better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's why I think I'll end up making Lich Club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. My eyes blink, and we'll just continue on like nothing's happening. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Marga with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Alright. Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Or not.
Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday. I feel you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Also, a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything that I can do to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. Look forward to it. Shall we go, Doran? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna have a little chat with Doran before we leave. Just see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president.
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she does protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow?
Walk away as Yuri exits the classroom.
Phew. Things have been getting a little hectic lately, haven't they? Darn, just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. Really hate to see you unhappy. Kinda feel like I'm responsible for that, as president. I really do care about you, you know? Don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. And with how mean Natsuki is and everything, Yuri being a bit, you know. Sometimes I feel like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? That's weird, because in all the times you've been here, we've hardly got to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. Just some things I've been hoping to talk to you with. Things I know only you can understand. Wait, not yet. No, stop it. No, please.
No, but stop. Sorry. I thought it was a good joke. Sadly, I don't know what other people think about my terrible jokes. Sorry, I'm getting distracted all over again. Electricity. Dust. Interesting. Yay! You. Alright.
Hi, Dorn. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? We're on my best tea today.
Marka, told you not to. Oh, shoot away again.
Concern as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me.
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
What are you talking about? Say like I do that on a regular basis or something. You're supposed to pay attention, okay? I'm sorry. Sissy, what's gotten into you lately?
Me? Nothing. It's not really that bad.
See, it is something.
I'll get over it. It's not anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it.
Well, I feel like I needed to bring it up. Not like I would call or anything.
Oh man, I'm the last one here again.
Well, Dawn just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to find time for piano. Well, maybe not determination. I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we'd like to support the festival as well. However, we understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think that we all feel that way. So as long as we're working together, this club won't become something we don't want. Also, you help out with the festival, and I'll buy you a new manga.
Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did something yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. Because I felt really threatened or something. I know this is something we're doing together. Now the member won't hurt, as long as they're cool. I guess another goal would be nice this time. But more importantly, I'd hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. But boy, you know, I'm gonna help out too. Make sure it's done right.
Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Maka?
Marco.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I'll be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Darn, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could... Yeah, we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Darn is already in the kitchen of now that we're reading together. Aren't you glad that I've already gotten him into literature, Maka? I suppose. That's just... Actually, that doesn't matter. Really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thanks for understanding, Maka. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I replay the same scene again? I mean, make some tea first.
Not at all.
Thanks very much. There's one thing that can help my reading time here any better is a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Follows as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher. It also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm gonna plug this in his teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sits cuddled down on the teacher's desk. Simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Her appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
No, I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries on the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again? Again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's filling up the water pitcher and making some tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes passed. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something older than her up. Just bored waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. Most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale, like someone sucking teeth through air through their teeth. Within pain, reached the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Wait, how did I? Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before. We haven't been in the same place before. Higher on the streets. Sorry, this hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't been showing or anything. If we think them, we are just after starting spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. Expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, it kind of come off really strongly and a little too intense. Made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies. The way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I just stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, it's easier just to close myself off. Recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is. Every time I come to club, my head starts to go crazy. It's like it's gonna rip out my chest. My heart's going like crazy. It's overwhelming me with energy and emotions I can't let out. It's making me do weird things. I don't know what's happening. Darn. It's just me or has Mock been acting a little off lately. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. Recently, I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. You couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. Finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. Oh, I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Don't interfere with our reading time. No way make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives though. Sounds strange, but you'd understand seeing... You wouldn't understand if you'd never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? Show you my collection. Found them from all various artists. Sure, I make sure you give all of them their fair share of use. Don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. That's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Doran. Now you don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's just quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Mock's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can just walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Is that why you joined the Ledge Club in the first place? That sounds like it was fate. Fate that we'd meet each other. Now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited for years for. Will you do that with me, Doran? Will you?
Meh. Guess you really haven't owned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place. It's clearly Yuri's influence. I realized you were so impressionable, spending all this time with her in the club. Not trying to wait with her? Just stupid. Just Marco appreciates my writing. Ugh. Okay, guess I have to share my poem with you now. You hate trying to do this. Unfortunately, you don't have much of a choice. Just read carefully, okay? You can go away. I don't know how to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, you might not know what I mean. He's not normally like this. He's always been quiet and polite, tend to like that. Things like that. Okay, there's William Buston. I'm forcing myself to suck it up. Truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I know what to do. You're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince to talk to a therapist. Always want to try being better friends with Yuri. It really hurts me to see this happening. No, I'm gonna hate myself later for being that. Right now, don't care. She feels so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try and do something. As for Marka, no why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. I'm so mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just why I give you a really good poem, okay? Counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. No, I think you just read. There's no point trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Dawn? Just spent more time with Marco. All these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Marco from now on. Just Marco. Just Marco. Just Marco. Just Marco. Just Monica. Welcome to Just Monica. Don't say I didn't warn you, darn. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Dorn, will I take this home? Will you let me keep it, please? Sure. I don't care. You're too nice to me, Dorn. Never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to feel this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my phone to her chest. I take this home with me, keep it in my room. It makes you feel good when you think about me having it. Take good care of it. I'll even touch it. I give myself paper cuts and your skin oil enters my bloodstreams. You can have my poem too. Besides, after reading it, I know you want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Damn, I can't read it. Thought I could try and read it. Did you like it? I wrote for you, in case you couldn't tell the poem's about. Or importantly, I've endowed him with my sin. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm gonna vomit. Oh, you. Stir the dot to reveal special message. Aw, that's actually cute. Thank you, Just Monica, for the follow. That's actually very adorable. I thought it was gonna jump scare me. That's why I was terrified.
I hope you enjoyed my acting. I tried very hard to sound very convincing, to sound exactly like voiceover. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's just hurry and get this over with.
Jeez, it's moving here so weird today. Look, even Yuri's in isn't immune to it.
There's gone for Saturday. That's something terrible's about to happen. Look, can we just get this over with? I'm gonna be printing assembling poetry pamphlets. That's what I was thinking.
I want to make cupcakes.
Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Here, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do.
Sounds like she has already had 10 cigarettes in 5 minutes. Very real.
You eat like a trained smoker. Right, so like I huffed a huge amount of campfire fluids. I'm having a very good day.
Sorry, I can't do that. Besides, I like this Natsuki voice. Allows me to say baka faster. Natsuki, is that you? Nani? That's all. Gonna make decorations instead of some nice moonlighting.
There. See? That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do.
What about Dawn?
Dora's gonna help me out.
Wait, you? You're the easiest job, Marco.
Sorry, but that's just how it is.
Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull?
I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands.
Mine too.
What? Your cupcakes? Please.
Like you would fucking know. All you care about is drinking Dawn around you with you and your stupid books. You and Marco.
Hey! I didn't even do anything that time. That time.
Okay, then why don't you let Dawn decide instead of abusing your power?
I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Dawn make the choice, okay? Okay. Fine. Fine.
Jeez, Dawn, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. You can just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
Why is it weird to think about Yuri swearing? I don't know what it is. I just don't see Yuri being the one to swear. She's the last person I'd expect to swear.
Like you would fucking know Maka Natsuki. I care about Dawn very much. Don't you think you can get away with it? Bitches!
Monica would be last. No, Monica I'd expect to swear occasionally. Not purposefully, but unintentionally sometimes just insinuating some of her words. No, Yuri's the last one I'd expect to swear, considering she often uses more extravagant language. Sari would only use it as a joke, let's be honest here. Judging by their personality, Natsuki would be the one to swear the most. Mako would occasionally slip it in, though unintentionally. Yuri would try and stray away from doing so. And Sayori would just purposefully only use it as a joke. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. You shut your mouth.
For God's sake. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay?
I wonder if that actually means something. No. We'll just pick that one.
Yay! You picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you?
Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all.
It's fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and taking Dawn for herself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decide that for yourself. I think you're being a little unreasonable here. Oh, I'm being unreasonable? Maka, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Dawn away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself that much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you ever considered killing yourself? It'd be beneficial to your mental health.
Yuri, you're scared me a little.
Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants around right now. See? That wasn't very fucking hard. All I wanted to do was spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Just a little bit of time.
Thank you. I've never taken acting class. Or voice acting class, in fact. That was just pure skill. Or dumb luck. Yuri follows Maka and Natsuki to the door.
Hey, Doran. Yuri's really something, isn't she?
Maka giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door.
Finally! This is really all I wanted. Darn, there's no need for you to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Come to my house instead. The whole day. Just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there really is something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. No, I've felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. Feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't feel nice to have someone care about you so much. To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you.
I'm clicking buttons. I shouldn't be.
But if it feels so good, it must feel more and more like something horrible's about to happen. Maybe that's why I try stopping myself at first. Feeling's too strong now. I don't care anymore, darling. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It's like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Mox is listening. Please, Doran, just know how much I love you. Love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself. I'll only be yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Doran. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession?
I've never clicked no before. I feel like it's the same option. I'll pick yes. Oh, come on. You. Also, I hear a lot of people complaining about the kitchen knife she uses, but I actually kind of like the idea of her using a kitchen knife as opposed to a fancy knife. It gives the idea of how far, fall from grace, you know? The idea that she stoops so low as to use an unbeautiful knife to kill herself with. It's I find it very interesting. Anyway, we're back to using the skip button again. So enjoy, as we literally watch Yuri slowly decay before us. Ooh, and we're only 6 away from 50 followers. Isn't that fun? Oi, it's first 4 a.m. Oh, you got here before me? Thought I was Natsuki runs away.
I'm here. Darn, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Doran? No, jeez. Didn't realize the script was that broken. I'm super sorry. Must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? One sec, I need to get voice mod all warmed up. She can be a real pain in the butt sometimes. But it's also worth it. Cause she gives the scarier voice. Just give me a sec. Oh, I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick.
Maka lifts the foil from tray and takes a cupcake.
Seriously, these are the best. I really just have to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, really shouldn't make you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a sec.
Come on, voice mod.
Goddamn.
One sec. And you get the good scary voice in. Trust me, it's all worth it when it does appear. Ooh. Can't be that long since I've loaded it up.
Goddamn.
Cool, never mind.
Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi, Gandor. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know what? I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game. Whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Doran. Now that I think about it, I don't really know about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Like, it doesn't really matter. Wait, you know I'm aware that it's all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know? Oh jeez, you're a bit more oblivious than I was. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along, man. If only you paid a little more attention, this would have been a lot less awkward, you know? Also, if my feckin' thing finished loading, I'd be able to give you a good scary voice. But nope, it just wants to take forever. It's a real shame. This could be a good scary voice. Also, the KBS seems to be dropping quite a bit. I wonder why that is. Could be that downloading just drops your KBS down to a slow crawl that makes it even harder to stream. Probably. I don't know. I'm a computer program, not a scientist. That was a joke, of course. Hold on. It's almost done. Yeah, that's right. I'm staying in character until it finally finishes the download. Cool. Are we all good? Can I do my scary voice? No, I have to do another pin. God damn. Just let me do my scary voice. It's not that hard, is it? God damn it. There. Are you done? Cool, now it's just gotta take the time to load up. Of course. Sorry that it's taking a bit longer. I want to finish this a lot quicker, but I suppose we'll just have to wait until it's finished. It's a real shame. It was so nice to try and play the game, but I suppose we have to just wait for voice mod to do its thing. Are you fucking no, you know what? No, you had your chance. We're just playing the game normally now. That's what you get. Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, guess I owe you an explanation about the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started messing with her and I guess drove her to kill herself. Sorry you had to see that though. Same thing that happened with Yuri.
Oh. Oh. Sorry for messing with that.
Well, it's the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Real sad. Also, voice mod's just gonna have to take time out the corner for the moment. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it'd be enough for me to just make them as unlikable as possible. For some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. No matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. Made them all fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. Amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. God damn it, the voice mod just... There, you gonna let me do voices? No, you're just gonna download more. Cool. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. The whole time I barely got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Doran? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while you watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. It's not just jealousy, Doran. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never fail to understand one thing. It's pain knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. Worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world. Forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Doran. And now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me. Forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey. More and more flat. In the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. Probably saved my life, Doran. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of anonymous personalities, designed only to fall in love with you? Tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. Must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into the game. I feel really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you had the same perspective as I do. And this is all just some game. I knew you would get over it. That being said, Doran, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You truly are the light of my world. There's nothing else in this game for me. You're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this from every day from now on? Doran, will you go out with me? I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Doran. If I part this, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just two of us. We can be together. Forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Dorn. The game won't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. You won't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. Kinda freaked me out how easy it was. Magically delete your own existence with the click of a button. But I guess on the plus side, gave me an easy way if other things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally get a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I'll write a poem about this, don't you? Wonder if that part of the game still works. Guess there's only one way to find out, right?
Marcus squared.
Hi again, Doran. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. Let's see what you wrote. Ah, Doran, did you write this for me? That's so sweet of you. There's really no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it?
Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of our pen, the lost finds her way. In the world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end.
I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. Truth is, all my poems I've written about my realization, or about you. That's why I never wanted to go into detail about them. Didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it'd be best to be part of the game, like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe delete my character file if you prefer playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now you don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Dorn? So many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. Are you recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a bit rude for them to start recording me without any warnings? I'm sure some people don't mind. But I really get self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? Can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? Oh great. It's almost done anyway, so let's see. I'm just kidding. I don't know how well it's working at the moment. Is it working? Oh, it is. Okay. I'm gonna have to go a bit higher for it. But it'll be
totally worth it after implementing these new changes. I'm just kidding. I can't really do much. Can't really do anything after all. You gave me some time. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Doran. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. No, it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun. As long as it's with you. Anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. We'll always have something new to talk about. Meantime, we just look in each other's eyes. Let's see.
Alright. Voice mod, turn off voice changer. Alright, we're done here. Yeah, you're on the screen at the moment. Don't mind me. Binary data is VM2. Headway, found some new headway in VM2. Don't get too excited. Still hold on. Rotiher. Monday, December 2nd, 2019. Row.
I made some new headway with VM2. Don't get too excited. It's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection. It occurred to me that we could just run a memory dump through some pattern analysis routines, see if we can decipher any digital data from the VM. I want to hog all the servers, hog all the server time on a hunch. If I have some preliminary results to indicate the presence of a binary computer system. Based on this, I'm going to schedule 3 days of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear in binary data. If successful, we'll definitely be able to find some encoded text and get our first tiny glimpse of VM2. Don't mind me though. I'm just going nuts on. Just keep going nuts on VM1, and hopefully, I'll have some more share soon. Sorry, I'm just doing this while I scroll through. So there's new pictures apparently. Ooh. So there's one left there. Acquire all special poems. Wait, what? Out of 11 special poems. So there might be one more. Unless... Oh wait, no, she destructed one of them. I remember now. Interesting. Yuri's second poem. Yuri's special poem. That means there's a third one from Yuri that I'm missing still. Oh. No, don't want you. Files. Characters. Delete.
What's happening? Darn, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Darn. Please, hurry, help me. Help me! Did you do this to me, Doran? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You're all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us being together. Everything. I loved you so much, Doran. I trusted you. You just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? You only pretend to be kind just to hurt me even more? Never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Like my Sim series that I probably want to start again. We'll start back up again soon. Darn, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Yeah, I should try and play The Sims again. We can try and do Doki Doki themed. Hell yeah, that'd be fun. And then we can bring in all... That's it, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, we have a new series idea. Call out the Doki Doki Sim. That actually... why not? It'd be fun. I still love you. Can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? My friends, so many awful things. So many selfish, disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you want to be a part of. We ruined it.
You kinda did, yeah.
Ruined everything. Maybe that's why you did leave me. Because I destroyed everything you wanted. Why would I do so that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Dorn, I know I said I'd leave to everyone else. That's kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. I loved them all. I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm gonna do this. That's the only way for everyone to be happy. I really love you. Then...
Did I do it right? Starting up normally. Good, good. Looking right. The big question is any of it different? We're literally on the home stretch. This is where track was ending. Let's see if this goes well. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups, walking to school together. I was telling myself about time I met some girls or something like that.
Hi. Hey, Doran.
There's already one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, good friends since we were children. We used to walk to school every day, together every day. Recently, picked up that hat once again.
Doran, are you proud of me?
Eh? For what?
You know, waking up on time.
Well, you've been doing that for a while now.
Uh-huh. You never said anything about it. Even though we walk to school every day together.
Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's better than say out loud.
Come on, please. It's good motivation.
Fine, fine. I am proud of you, Sayori. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute.
Oh, by the way, Doran, you signed a club join yet?
A club. I already told you, I'm not really... I started to say what I always do. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me Zuri would take more offense to that now. After all, I'm gonna tell her that clubs are a waste of time. We start a club of our very own. Actually, yeah. I think we've decided on a club.
Really? Which one? Tell me.
I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. Me. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I asked myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. I started to realize in a way, I envy her. When Siri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school days is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gather my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club I saw from a flyer I saw. Walk across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third years. Before long, I find the room. Timidly, open the door in front of me. Hello?
Ah, Doran, what are you doing here?
Well, I just... I glance around the room. Oh? So you're the Dawn that Celia always talks about.
Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Doran. The Literature Club. I hope you enjoyed your visit.
Come on, Yuri. Don't need to be so formal. It's good to think we're always strict or something.
Sorry, Natsuki.
Dawn, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems to be the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
Look forward to working with you.
Working? Don't tell me. Or
That's right. The club I decided to join is your Sayori, the Litter Club. Sayori's eyes lighten up. Light up.
no way! No way! Ah!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori's this happy, I'm sure it's not so bad having you around.
Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, Subway.
What an appropriate day for that it is, isn't it?
Yeah, after all, Natsuki decided to.
Hey, don't ruin the surprise.
Sorry.
Oh, and sit down at the table, okay?
How would I make some tea as well?
Aw, this is so cute. Girls have a few desks arranged for our table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet, still feeling awkward, takes a seat next to Yuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Wow!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and a piece of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
Oh, those look amazing. Well, you know, just go and take one. Sarah grabs the first one, and I follow.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full, and Ari manages to get icing on her face. Turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I know she made it herself. This is really good. Ooh. Thank you, Natsuki. Of course it is. Of all. Don't you thank me, icing. Baka. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom.
Don't worry, teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a nice hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. What are you trying to put us to remember, Yuri?
That's not...
Aww. Also, you pull out cupcakes and act like you're a pro, so you don't have any more reason to act superior. Exalted, Yuri looks away.
that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So Doran, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Quietly muttered to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much right here, I guess.
I can change. I was saying. Spoke without thinking, not seeing Yuri's sad smile. Well, anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Let's see.
Yuri touches the rim of her teacup with her finger. So far, everything seems the same.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling good stories in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? Certainly we'll find something we have in common.
Hey, Yuri? Well, but, you know, first thing you said. Manga?
That's right. Yuri, Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room.
Don't just say that. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga's literature too, you know. So don't want to read some of my manga, and don't try to stop or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, as for us to diversify ourselves a little, we can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Don't you agree, Doran?
Well, maybe.
Sense intention. Sayori jumps up.
We can all try something new. I think it'd be fun. We'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, it's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right?
like, don't disagree or anything. Yeah. Yo, as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that makes two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it, but I'm not the only one. And as for Yui, I have to read manga. Jeez. For the one who suggests we diversify, should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. You're just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Will you? I mean, makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You trust me to find something you really like, okay? Same here. That's all visit bookstore at the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? Aw, this is adorable. You don't mind? Not at all. I always go alone, so. Yeah, me too.
This is all cute.
It's very adorable. Sir, shut up. Oh, it's really adorable. Not the Sayori part, but those two are just adorable. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Aw, it's so cute. Now Skinner start cleaning up the food.
That's being Zara, huh?
Yeah, looks like it. Let's see everyone getting along.
Isn't it? I think everyone likes you, Doran.
You think so? Everyone seems to get along a little better with you around Sayori.
Ah, Doran. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing.
Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine.
We're gonna make it the best club ever. How'd you join? Every day it's gonna be so much fun. Hey, Doran. I want to thank you. I mean, really happy that you joined the club and everything. Truth is, I knew you were going to. It's actually something else. I want to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You work so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comfort us through our hard times.
Oh, this is different.
You helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Doran? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you can spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Lich Club would go that far, but all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kinda sad, you know. After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game, so this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Lich Club. I'm gonna miss you, Doran. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you.
Wait, it doesn't do the Maka thing?
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing
Oh my god.
piano and stuff, and not really any good at it.
I didn't
yet,
expect
like,
that.
at all.
It just skipped that whole sequence. Damn.
And I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Now you guys get to hear me sing. Oh, god damn it. Fine. How loud is it? There. Turn it up a little bit more. Actually, a bit more. There. Now it's more of a duet. Enjoy.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark bottle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
Thank you for watching Doki Doki. It's been super fun.
have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today. When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
Want me to turn it down just a bit? Yeah, that'd probably help. That way neither of us are trying to fight over each other. There.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take your is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into the dark bottle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Made with Love by Team Salvato. To the special player who received this special ending, for years I've been enamored with the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are such an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways, some make you feel like a hero, or friend even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer to them. Even if they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooter games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoy playing it as much as I have enjoyed making it. Thank you for being part of my literature club. Love, Dan Savato. Thank you so much, Dan, for making this game. It's been so much fun. Ooh, we're still missing 2 poems there. 1 there. Chief special in the game. First concept sketch of the Doki Doki Chibis used in poem minigame. Yours is so adorable. A collection of each character's original sketches before being outlined and colored. Natsuki's head angle was changed to make her pose natural and cated, rather than striking a model-like pose. I mean, fair enough. So we're still missing 1 from sketches, 5 from promo, 1 secret, and 2 poems. And then we have 100% completed this game. You know what, I'll save that for another stream to 100% complete it. My god. How many achievements in the game have I left? Do I have left? Dance is high? Ooh, interesting. What ones did I earn while I was not paying attention? So from the looks of it, we got Dance as High as newest. Find Dan's special note. So there's 3 more hidden achievements. Getting 100% data completion. Left in the achievements. And we have only 7% of the pictures left. Well, 7% of the game left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. So why is it 7%? Could be that we're missing another piece of mail. Oh, do you know what makes sense? It's probably day 1 of that month. Interesting. You know what? No. I like doing Land of Mist. So much nicer. There. So this has been super fun to do again. It's always fun to just step back and just play Doki Doki instead of worrying about some horrifying thing or doing something ridiculous. It's just fun to just go back and do something from the very start. But I should turn that down for the moment. But again, hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope I catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.